2024 BMW X6m First Look Review, Mild Hybrid Heart, Wild Spirit. BMW may be hard at work on the first ever electric M cars, but that doesn't mean it's forgotten about its big brute V8 SUVs like the hunchbacked X6m freshly facelifted for the 2024 model year. The coupe-ified version of the X5m doesn't just get the facial restyling treatment, but also a thorough reworking beneath the skin, including overhauled suspension, a bold new interior, and even an entirely new engine. Said engine is the first mild hybrid powertrain to be equipped in a full-bore M car and receives a new designation, S68, to signify its substantial changes. It's still a twin-turbo V8 displacing 4.4 liters, and it still generates peak outputs of 617 horsepower. That's because the X6m is no longer sold in base form but rather as a competition-only model to really take the fight to the Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT and Audi RS Q8, along with its perennial rival, the Mercedes-AMG GLE 63S Coupe. When is the 2024 BMW X6m competition coming out? While the X6m is to be shown off at the Amelia Island Concours d'Elegance in March for the first time, official production will only commence a month later in April at the Spartanburg facility in South Carolina. So, while a specific release date for the BMW X6m competition isn't set, it's safe to assume deliveries will take place in the second half of the year. 2024 BMW X6m price and competition. At $127,200 MSRP before handling and destination fees, $995, the price of the 2024 BMW X6m competition is substantially higher than that of the outgoing model. 2023 X6m models start at $113,700 before options, but it's worth bearing in mind that the new car is comp spec only, dropping the price differential from $13,500 to $4,200. For a premium performance SUV of this caliber, the cost isn't exorbitant when you look at some of the competitors to the BMW X6m. The Porsche Cayenne Turbo Coupe is priced much higher at $139,500 before options, despite being down on power at 541 HP. The Cayenne Turbo GT, meanwhile, punches way above the X6m, but also costs substantially more. Pricing on the recently facelifted AMG GLE 63S Coupe hasn't yet been announced, but expect a similar ballpark to the BMW's price. New BMW X6m competition exterior and colors. The main difference between the BMW X6m's exterior and that of the X5m is that coupe roofline, but BMW has also found other ways of setting the two models apart. While both benefit from a significant facelift, featuring a new front end with an X-themed design, the X6m competition gets a bespoke black spoiler lip underneath the front apron. This contributes to aerodynamics and makes it look like it's sitting lower to the tarmac. A panoramic moonroof and all LED exterior lights are standard, and the X6m competition shows off slimmer M shadow line headlights with switchback DRL motifs that point outwards. The twin-kidney grille is dressed in black and has matte black surrounds that match the blacked-out exterior badging and front lower air intakes, as is customary on M-spec models with the extended shadow line trim. The rear boasts a prominent diffuser that curves downwards to frame the twin exhaust tailpipes. These are trimmed in black chrome to further the menacing aesthetic. As on the X5m, wheel sizes are staggered at 21 inches front and 22 inches in the rear, but performance non-run flat tires are standard at each corner. Exterior colors for the BMW X6m competition include some familiar favorites as well as something fresh. 3 new metallic hues are available for the X6m: Frozen Pure Grey, Isle of Man Green, and Brooklyn Grey. BMW says that buyers in the USA will be able to choose from 50 BMW individual paints at launch, or they can settle for the regular palette: Alpine White, Carbon Black, Marina Bay Blue, Black Sapphire, Dravet Grey, Toronto Red, and Mineral White. Brake calipers come standard in blue, but you could switch these out for red or black if you want to color match. New BMW X6m competition dimensions. Dimensions for the BMW X6m competition are similar to that of its X5m sibling, and don't differ too much from the outgoing model. A total length of 194.8 inches is fractionally shorter than 2023 versions, while the 79.5-inch width and 66.7-inch height is much the same. The whole package rests on a 117-inch wheelbase, and ground clearance is 8.4 inches. Regarding curb weight, the 2024 BMW X6m competition tips the scales at 5,454 pounds, which is heftier than the outgoing model by around 80 pounds. Additional equipment and mild hybrid gadgetry are the likely culprits for this slight weight gain. BMW X6m competition engine and performance. The engine powering the BMW X6m competition is a new V8 motor that, for the first time, is supplemented by a 4.8V mild hybrid system. Codenamed S68, the 4.4-liter 8-cylinder that is used in both the X5m and X6m for 2024 is tipped to be more efficient and provide sharper responses than the mill in the outgoing model. This is thanks to a reinforced crankshaft drive, turbochargers mounted close to the exhaust manifold, an electrically controlled blow-off valve for the turbos, and a new air intake duct. Outputs are 617 HP at 6,000 RPM and 553 lb-ft of torque between 1,805,88 RPM, identical to the previous competition variant, with the electric motor contributing up to 12 HP and 147 lb-ft of torque fill when needed. 0 to 60 miles per hour is still dispatched in 3.7 seconds, and the top speed is either 155 miles per hour as standard or 177 miles per hour if you tick the box for the M Drivers package. An updated 8-speed M Steptronic gearbox does duty in the 2024 X6m competition, and features shorter gear ratios from first to third to enable blistering takeoffs. Wider gear ratios after that cater to the X6m's attempts to be more efficient with its new powertrain. BMW intended for sharper shifts here, and the torque converter has been tuned to be a good companion to the V8. Power gets sent to all four wheels through the X-Drive system and active M rear differential. Staying at the rear axle, toe-in values here have been enhanced to make for even more confidence at higher speeds. The X6m competition gets adaptive dampers as standard, and these have been reworked for the most comfort. There are various damper settings in the M setup menu, and you can choose from Comfort, Sport, or Sport Plus, with the latter modes specifically designed for spirited stints behind the wheel. Gas mileage. Heavy SUVs that go fast don't often have great fuel economy, and that won't be any different here. Official figures haven't been released for the new BMW X6m competition SUV, but with mild hybrid assist, it should match or hopefully improve on the figures for the 2023 version, which the EPA rates at 13/18/15 mpg city/highway/combined. With a 21.9-gallon tank, range should be upwards of 320 miles, though, as it's not likely to be any worse. BMW X6m competition interior and cargo. The facelift to the X6 range extends to the cabin, too, and the interior of the X6m competition is even smarter than before. The focal point of the refresh is BMW's new curved display, which sees a 12.3-inch driver's information cluster combined under one screen with a 14.9-inch infotainment display. This is angled towards the driver. Live Cockpit Professional is also standard and, in this application, is equipped with the latest version of the BMW iDrive interface. It's imbued with the intelligent personal assistant, which enables speech recognition, gesture control, and touch inputs. Standard features include a head-up display, lane departure warning, a drive recorder, frontal collision warning, active blind spot detection, and parking assistant professional. The latter has been further expanded for the 2024 model year and now includes a reverse assistant and advanced maneuver assist. A Harman Kardon sound system is standard, and the infotainment system comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. In the front passenger area, a new ambient light bar is added to signal incoming telephone calls with a dynamic chaser light, or simply cater to your mood. It may be a little gimmicky, but we're not opposed to it and like the look of the integrated M logo. Inside the cabin, the X6m still seats 5, and there aren't any adjustments made to passenger or cargo space. The trunk of the X6m competition is less roomy than the X5m by virtue of the sloping roofline, with just 27.4 cubic feet of cargo volume behind the back row. Folding the seats down will open up 59.6 cubes of space in the trunk. For passengers, there are ample storage spaces for small items, and comfort is taken care of courtesy of plush merino leather upholstery, heated front seats, heated armrests, and a heated steering wheel. Following on the sporty theme, the interior features carbon fiber trim and accents, while the gearshifter paddles have been redesigned and rendered in carbon fiber. 2. A new full merino leather option, called Ivory White/Atlas Grey, is newly available.